네, 오신 분들 환영합니다. 중독입니다. 자, 그러면 오늘 방송 시작하겠습니다. 어제 이제 베데스다 게임쇼 했었죠. 거기서 스타필드만 제가 올해 제일 기대하는 작품 두 작품 중에 한 작품이죠. 스타필드. 한 작품은 제다이고 하나는 스타필드였습니다. 제 모는 어차피 내년에 나올 거고 어차피 올해는 끝났고 더 이상 기대하는 작품은 그렇게 크게 없는데 이것저것 또 많이 나오긴 하는데 올해 좀 내년에 좀 쏟아지네요. 거의 올해도 쏟아지고 아무튼가 스타필드 좀 보고 이 시로대로 돼 있었네. 자, 스타필드 다시 보기. 다시 보고. 자, 그러면 스타필드 다이렉트 다시 한번 값쳐봅시다. 쭉 그냥 한번 훑어보는 합시다.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining us today and welcome to Bethesda Game Studios. You know, we've been so lucky over the decades to make the kind of games that we love here, and that's thanks to all of you. From the Elder Scrolls to Fallout, we love creating these worlds and playing in them just as much as you do. And throughout all that time, we'd often talk about and dream up the space game.
진짜 아침에 이거를 보고 있었어요. 실시간에 이거 이제 녹화 방송으로 다 봤는데 소리 지를 뻔했어요. 아침 7시에.
And that is Starfield. Obviously, we've come a long way since then with the games we've built, our technology, and all of us here in the studio. We've done so much together, but well, we've never tried to make a game like this. Today, you'll get to hear from many on the team and see so much of what we think makes our game special. So let's jump in and take a look. Starfield is our first new universe in over 25 years, but it's still a Bethesda RPG through and through, where you step into a new world and you get that feeling of unlimited possibilities. But this time, it's not just one world. It's over 1,000 worlds. Because the choice of where to go, it's not ours, it's yours. And it wasn't until now that we had the technology to create it. From the rocks at your feet, to the mountains in the distance, to the people and creatures that live in these worlds. That isn't just a backdrop. That moon is actually there orbiting the planet. Yes, you can visit it too. We realistically simulate the galaxy around you. Our next generation lighting model uses real-time global illumination to light the world based on the type of star and the makeup of the planet's atmosphere. We also have an all-new animation system. And of course, you can play it in third person, and you can play it in first person. We love exploration and rewarding it, but you do explore differently in this game given its scale. That usually involves exploring an area you've landed in. You can collect resources, do a mission, and maybe even stumble upon something unexpected. We do love stuff and all of the items allowing you to pick everything up. And you can view all that in your data menu. This is the hub for everything you're doing, from your
진짜
skills
너무
to your
아쉬운
ship,
거긴
your
한데
missions, and your
스타필드가
inventory.
아마
We
진짜
love to pack a ton
한글화하는
of detail
창고지
in every
않을까 알고
object,
있습니다.
from all of your weapons to spacesuits.
오늘 아마 저기가
to food. We
열렸을
just obsess
텐데
over the details
오늘
and
아마
food. We obsess over
저기가
food.
열렸을 텐데
When you're done exploring,
잠시만요.
you can walk back or fast travel to your ship.
잠시만요.
You can walk back or fast travel to your ship.
잠시만요.
You can walk back or fast travel to your ship.
잠시만요.
You can walk back or fast travel to your ship.
자, 어디서 소리가 나니? 너구나. 잡았군요. 어디서 소리가 지금 계속 반복해서 난다고 하고 있었는데 찾았네요. 자,
We have companions and crew you can take with you. I left Vasco here back at my ship,
Welcome back, Captain Howard.
and he can even say your name. Let's head out.
너무 아쉽습니다. 그 마소 밑으로 들어가서 이번에 한글화 해줄 줄 알았는데 이번에도 한글화 안 돼서 바로 하기는 조금 힘들지 않을까 생각은 하는데 어쩔 수는 없는 거고
For us, it's that contrast. That's where the visual interest is. Obviously, the NASA, which is the rigid, hard,
재밌게
style,
어쨌든
and then Pong,
사놓고
which is all
즐겨야죠.
about style.
You can see that visual style coming through in your ship. Your ship is your home for you and your crew. And like many of the spaces in our game, it has a slightly retro and analog touch, a bit of lo-fi rather than sci-fi, where everything is well used, worn, and lived in.
Alrighty. What's the plan, Captain?
This is your star map. It starts with the planet you're currently on. You can see all of its info and resources. You can choose a landing spot or fast travel to known locations.
진짜 이거 유저 한글화
Backing out
되려면은
further,
한
you can view
반년은
all
기다려야
the planets in
될까요?
the system. Obviously, the game is big, and it's here you can see planets that have key locations, missions, or life on them.
이가
versus the many
베데스다
planets that are
게임은
barren
유저
but resource
한글화가
heavy.
기본적으로 패시브인
Zoom
게임이긴
out even
한데
further to see all the
진짜로
systems in this part of the
마소는
galaxy.
무조건 한글화
Here you
해주거든요.
can plot a course to ones that are light years away. This uses your ship's grav drive to fold space and jump to these systems. And you will need to upgrade your ship and skills if you want to jump to the
한국
most distant
정발하는
ones.
게임인데
But for now, we'll plot a course to the Alpha Centauri system where we can find the city of New Atlantis.
사실 안 해준다는 것 자체가 조금 저거하게 느껴지긴 했는데
You can walk
Ah,
back
yeah.
or fast
Of the golden age of early space.
눌렸었네.
I make them look like animals?
Young player.
Protege, and Walter, a very successful businessman in the settled systems.
이거 집네요.
It's a few moments of gameplay that make the space feel like it's full of real characters that are going about their day-to-day
버튼이
lives.
눌렸네.
It's paralyzing if you really stop and think about it.
Buddy, it's coffee.
아무튼
It's
간에
also where your adventure with Constellation
너무
begins.
기대한 게임이긴 한데 조금 실망은 하긴 했다 한 그런 게임이죠
Welcome to
지금.
Constellation. We have a
Welcome
lot
to
to talk about.
Constellation.
By the time you meet them, Constellation is sort of seen as this mythical group. Most people don't even know they exist anymore. They're the last true explorers in the galaxy, and they're trying to find the answers to some
너무
of humanity's
기대했고
biggest questions.
너무
The artifacts are
기다렸던
so
게임인데
different, so alien, and I'm certain one of them reached out and
이번에도 한 거
spoke to
저번보단 그래도 영어로 나오겠지? 저번에 폴아웃 한국 정발할 때는 중국어로 나와서
Oh my god.
중국어판이 한국에 정발된 거라 이번엔 그러진 않겠죠 아마 미국판이 정발되겠죠.
It's definitely an eclectic cast of characters. You've got Sarah Morgan, the ex-soldier and adventurer, now Constellation's leader. Mateo, the theologian who believes that there's definitely something else out there. Noel, the gifted scientist and Sarah Morgan's protege. And Walter, a very successful businessman in the settled systems and Constellation's financier.
Anything goes as long as you have the money.
There's also Vlad, the ex-pirate, Sam Coe, the former space cowboy, and Barrett.
You know what I hate about these pirates? Completely resistant to my otherwise irresistible charm.
The journey you take with Constellation is just the first of many you'll embark on. The Settled Systems is home to all kinds of different stories, people, and adventures for you to uncover.
The United Colonies is where you'll find New Atlantis, the first major human settlement in space. The people who live here value law, discipline, and the legacy of humanity. They consider themselves the true children of Earth.
You ever think of joining up with the Vanguard? Help the United Colonies, even get your UC citizenship?
New Atlantis isn't the only city within the United Colonies. The city of Sidonia on Mars to this day serves as the largest mining facility for the United Colonies. Beyond the United Colonies' reach, you might find yourself in a much more wild and independent coalition of star systems. This is Freestar Collective Space. The capital of the Freestar Collective is Aquila City.
The Stone Root Inn is an Aquila City fixture.
A ranger relies on judgment and intuition to do what's best for the people.
Neon started out as a fishing platform, but is now known throughout the Settled Systems as a pleasure city where almost anything goes.
If you've got morality issues, this definitely isn't the job for you.
Ryujin is hiring the best and brightest of today for our future tomorrow.
Everyone has been chewed up and ground up by Neon. Try not to get yourself killed, all right?
Outside the bounds of civilized space, there are still plenty of unclaimed systems to explore, but these areas are also home to the most hostile factions in the galaxy.
The great serpent hungers. All heathens shall be made dust in time.
A new face. Is this the face of a brave runner here to challenge the Red Mile?
They think the galaxy is theirs. They are wrong. It belongs to the Crimson Fleet. It always has.
In Starfield, we're pushing our cities and settlements further than we ever have before. It's all there, waiting for you. A slice of humanity's future.
진짜 너무 멋진 것 같아.
Ready to get out there?
너무 베스트 게임이고 너무 하고
Throughout the
싶어.
galaxy, there are so many things to see and stories to experience. But the most important story is the one that you tell. I'm the type of person who spends hours in character creation, and I think people are going to be really excited when they see all of the improvements we've made.
One of the biggest overhauls was done through our character generation system. We scanned a wide range of faces from different age groups and ethnicities, and by mixing and matching all that data, we were able to create highly detailed and diverse characters.
We use that exact system to create all of the characters and NPCs you're going to see in the game. So any character you see almost always is a character you could make yourself.
Hey, come on, come on. Okay, take it easy. You were out cold. No physical damage. Mentally, the jury's still out. You know who you are? New recruit for Argos Extractors? Ring any bells? Any of this look familiar?
진짜 누가 봐도 베데스다 직업 오프닝.
You start your character creation journey
아니,
as though
폴아웃
you're cycling through
오프닝이죠.
employee records. You'll pick from a lineup of 40 presets, and that'll be your starting point. Your journey from there can be as detailed or as quick as you want it to be. This new system has more to offer than ever before.
It's also the simplest character generation system we ever had. We let the player get as close as possible
진짜
to make
모드
whatever they
나오면
want.
얼마나 더
With the
재밌을까?
various facial morphs you can blend
지금
together.
스카이림을
dermoesthetic,
모드로 하고
makeup,
있는데
blemishes, scars,
그것도
piercings, teeth
재밌는데
settings. It's a lot.
모드가
I think it's the most
업데이트 될
fun to
때마다
use.
모드를 다시 깔아서
Character creation is
세팅하거든요.
more than just
때려도
how you
엄청
look.
재밌는데
This is also where you start to
얘는 더
decide
얼마나 더
who you want to
재밌을까요?
be. That's
스타필드는
where backgrounds come in. Backgrounds give you a bit of
10년
backstory and
넘어도
start you out with 3 basic
모드가
skills.
계속 생산되는 그런
From
게임이
chef
될 것 같네요.
to dusty.
사이즈가.
You know, the crew still has a betting pool about which restaurant critic you must have crossed to wind up here.
What's great about backgrounds is you never know when yours is going to come in handy. You could be in the middle of a fancy restaurant talking to some guy, and suddenly you learn he needs a beast hunter to help track down a monster.
Fine. I probably should stick to professionals anyway, given what happened the last time.
We're also giving you the option to customize your build even further by letting you pick up to 3 traits. Traits are completely optional, and they come with their own advantages and disadvantages. You could choose to meet your biggest fan.
By Vectera, by Vectera! Is it really, really you?
He'll join your crew, and he'll give you gifts if you're willing to put up with his constant commentary.
I can't believe I get to stand near you, breathing the same air. I've got to have every molecule.
My favorite trait is kid stuff. You have to pay some credits to support your parents, but they're very sweet, and it's really fun to go visit them.
Honey, we got ourselves a visitor.
Oh my god!
I came across some hostile zealots in space, but because I had chosen a trait that made me the same religion as them, I was able to get by without any issues.
There's another great one that gives you a damage buff when your health is low, but mercenaries will randomly show up and try to kill you. No matter what you choose, there will be plenty of ways for you to tell your story. And if you want to remove a trait, there are ways to do that too.
What a view! It's a feast for the eyes. Off we go to another adventure.
We'll let you discover that on your own.
Once you've built the perfect character, that's when your journey can really begin. We took what we loved about skills and perks from our previous games and put them together to create an all-new skill system. Each time you level up, you get a skill point, which can be used to unlock or rank up skills. Ranks are unlocked by completing challenges associated with that skill. Challenges become increasingly difficult as you work your way to higher ranks. With our 5 different skill trees and 4 ranks per skill, there's a lot to choose from.
I like the xenosociology skill because it lets you mind control aliens.
Boost pack out of the gate. I'm boost packing everywhere.
I like maxing out my physical tree so I can get neuro strikes and just punch my way through combat. That one's a lot of fun.
Invest in the skills that suit your playstyle.
I'm very much a stealth player. So, I'm out there pickpocketing everyone. My favorite part about being stealthy is slowly creeping through vents like you're in a movie and then jumping out and springing on people.
Whenever possible, I like to talk my way through situations.
This area's off limits. Fine, I'll issue you an access card.
I'm more of a run and gun player. I like doing the death from above thing where I boost pack over guys and I throw landmines at them. I like blowing stuff up.
Exploration is a key aspect of all our games. In Starfield, there are full star systems with new life, resources, and adventures. Our team worked hard to strike a balance between fun and realism. We studied data from NASA and a multitude of other sources to help us make the world feel believable. From the way we approached planetary atmospheres, to the way we placed biomes based on the planet's distance from the sun. Once we had created a grounded world, we could start looking at all the things that make that world fun. When you leave a planet and head into space, you'll be navigating asteroid fields, having chance meetings with interesting strangers, dogfighting in space, and exploring derelict ships. It's all out there. Ultimately, it's about rewarding your curiosity, because whether it's on the surface of a planet, the alleys of a city, or the vastness of space, you never know what you'll find.
Space exploration is possible thanks to your ship. Your ship is almost like having another character or home you can make all your own. I think you'll be blown away by the amount of stuff you can do. You can buy a ship.
I'm sure you can find something you like.
Customize and upgrade that ship. And hire a crew to keep it up and running. And it all starts in spaceports. Every spaceport has a ship technician where you can purchase, sell, and modify ships.
Anything I can help you with?
Maybe you start off with a speedy fighter that's perfect for bounty hunting. Then you might round out your ship roster with a hulking space freighter to run cargo missions, or even do a little smuggling. For now, though, we're going to take our starting ship, the Frontier, and make some changes. You can customize and upgrade everything you see here, and you have two ways to do that. You can quickly upgrade individual systems like your weapons or shields, or you can deep dive and enter the shipbuilder mode. Here you can change anything, from the systems to the look and layout. Adding a new habitat module can give you more room for crew. Adding cowling can change your ship's overall silhouette. An improved grav drive allows for longer distance space jumps. You can even fully customize your paint job to get the exact look you want. The parts you choose to build with don't just affect your ship's stats. They'll also affect what you can do inside your ship. You can have modules for crafting, or for storing and displaying your weapons. Starfield's in-game ship manufacturers bring their own look and feel to every piece of your ship. From living quarters, to cargo holds, mess halls, and control rooms. Our modified Frontier is a practical ship, but with a little creativity, your ship can look like almost anything you want.
It's a bit odd, but one of my favorite ways of customizing ships is I make them look like animals. The HMS Platypus, as I called it, where it had a giant tail to it. And we've done spiders, we've done mechs. So it's really whatever your imagination is.
이제 이것만 제대로 된다면
And while you can build your home among the stars the way you want to, you're probably not the only person who will call your ship home.
크래프팅 기능이 있죠. 울트라인드. 그걸로 지금 난리인데 이건 얼마나 난리겠어.
The Frontier is fueled and ready, Captain.
Some of the members of Constellation can join you on your journey. These companions can serve on your crew, and they'll always be there when you travel.
We'll be traveling together until we either find an artifact or this lead runs dry.
Each companion comes with their own valuable skills for your ships and outposts, as well as unique quest lines. Eventually, some friendships might blossom into romance.
I don't know that I've ever really loved anyone except you.
And if you're looking for a little extra help on your ship, you can always hire additional crew at spaceports.
Got any room on your ship for someone like me?
You'll also meet potential crew members out in the world.
Still think there might be a spot for me on your ship? I gotta get off this rock.
Assign crew to your ship or outposts, and their unique skills will affect how they run. And just like companions, most crew members can lend a hand in the field. Take Bosco, for instance.
He's designed around the core basics of a NASA machine.
Please avoid getting shot. You might die.
I still wanted to give it almost a humanoid personality, so I elongated the limbs. This tends to make him feel more human-like and give him a little personality.
It is a shame exploration requires so much bloodshed.
Using the shipbuilding tools and crew selection features in Starfield, you'll be able to build and captain the ship of your dreams. And now, let's take to the sky.
We're putting you in the cockpit of your very own spaceship and telling you that you can do pretty much anything. And that is really cool for us as developers. Spaceflight should be exciting and dangerous, and you should feel like you're in complete control every step of the way. We've extended that sense of control to ship combat. It's not about just hitting your triggers to fire your weapons. It's a complex dance between your piloting skills and our power allocation system. Boosting power to your engines will make your ship faster. Powering up the ground drives will shorten the amount of time it takes before you can make a jump. And moving your power to your weapons and shields means you're ready for a fight. You should always be on your toes because you're not alone out there. Unlocking the targeting control system skill will allow you to zero in on specific subsystems of the ship you target. After destroying an enemy ship, you can loot the remains from your cockpit. You can always turn any ship that engages you into scrap. But you can also take a more personal approach by docking with the enemy vessel and boarding their ship. Once you've taken control of an enemy ship, it's yours. Add it to your fleet and retrieve it at any spaceport. But space is way more than fighting for your life. Just like when you're planetside, there are plenty of sights to see and stops to make on the way to your next adventure. Like these massive star yards. Walk the halls, talk to the crew, maybe get talked into buying a whole new ship.
A civilian in my star yard. Let's see about getting you a proper ship, one worthy of you.
Maybe you'll dock with a gigantic battleship, like the UC Vigilance. Or rub elbows with the galaxy's wealthy elite on a cruise ship fit for the stars. There are plenty of personal encounters to be had as well. You can hail any ship you come across to trade, swap info, or maybe even commit an act of piracy.
Let's do this. When I'm playing, I generally go crazy. I definitely go like the more piracy routes. I want to take over ships.
Of space.
Hello, stranger. I just finished cooking up some food. If you want to come on over, just pop on by.
Some of the best moments are the ones you discover on your own. The thing I love most about Starfield is that it is a Bethesda game through and through. It's really about going to strange new places, meeting interesting people, and getting sidetracked on zany adventures. Then, realizing 2 hours later that you're involved in a completely new story.
You're human. We thought we were the only ones to leave Earth.
That DNA is so present here. It's in our random encounters, it's in our handcrafted quests, and it feels so cool to play it and just make your own path in this universe.
그냥 만나면
There
될
are
퀘스트가
over
있다는
1,000
거.
planets out there, just waiting for you to
그거는
visit.
한 가지 더. 모더들도 마찬가지라는 점.
We want you to feel like explorers, breaking ground on new planets, exploring every inch of a mostly untouched galaxy. We want you to feel hopeful. We want you to feel this sense of awe and wonder, and sometimes a little fear. We're giving you a massive playground and a ton of toys, and just setting you free.
얘가 크리타 엔진 2로 만들어지는 최초의 게임이던가? 아마 그럴 텐데.
Hey everybody, we've shown you so much stuff, but we thought we'd just take a little break and show you something a little bit different. You know, we put so much detail into our game worlds, and we love the opportunity to bring that into the real world with our collector's editions. And for this game, we've done a watch. It is the Constellation Explorer's Watch. This is the watch that you actually get in the game that acts as part of your HUD, where it's the compass and then environmental information.
어쩌면
It
H2
connects to your
인터랙티브에서
phone to give you notifications
해줄
and
수도
other
있겠네.
information. And we've also designed this really cool case that it comes with, Istvan.
Yeah, we really took as much care in designing this case as we did the watch. Our attention to detail in the game totally translates to this. Inspired by the cases that the astronauts used during the Apollo era to bring back samples from the moon. It's got an intricate locking mechanism, authentic, heavy, comes with a Constellation patch, NATO strap, and the overall functionality and believability of this as something that would exist in the world, in the Starfield universe.
Oh, and hey, take this. You'll find it very useful out there, and it even tells the time.
We actually have something else. Now that we're part of Xbox, we get to work with the amazing people on the Xbox hardware team, and together we have created this custom limited edition Starfield controller. It's awesome. It is now, you know, our favorite controller.
We love this because it's inspired by the actual controls of your spaceship. And not only that, we've created the first ever custom headset with Xbox. And this is a
이것도
perfect
정말
pairing
잘
with
맞는
that
것
controller.
같아요. 엑스박스 컨트롤러, 엑스박스 무선 이어폰. 재밌을 것 같아 진짜.
In every one of our games, we always put so much care into all those little details that breathe life into our worlds. But Starfield isn't just a Bethesda Game Studios world, it's a Bethesda Game Studios galaxy. So why go this big with Starfield? Because we want to give you freedom on a galactic level. The freedom to experience both the exciting planets and the quiet ones. Scanning a planet before you land is a great way to get a sneak peek at the available resources you can use for crafting, building, and customizing.
I think what's cool about this whole system that we generate the planet itself as a procedural content, but the handcrafted content itself comes as the player explore. Our system builds the planet as the player approaches it. We stitch together a block of terrain. After that, we have the system that adds interesting locations for the player to explore, creatures to encounter, ore and plants to pick up. It allows us to add that touch of environmental storytelling that Bethesda is known for.
Aggressive creatures have been disrupting our experiments. Their habitat isn't far from here. If you could take care of them for us, we would be in your debt.
So even if your friends were to visit the same planet that you had, you would have a different story to tell.
It's completely up to you how you want to interact with each planet, whether you want to explore and see what you can find, harvest resources and be on your way, or simply take in the views. With the help of your scanner, you'll chart the uncharted and discover exotic wildlife.
If you have the skills, you can even figure out that certain creatures and plants, you can build an outpost and produce resources from those plants and animals. You can get experience and rewards for fully surveying planets and fully surveying a whole system.
When we were concepting these creatures, we really wanted to think of them as natural to the environment. We didn't want alien monsters, we wanted native wildlife. Something you've never seen before.
When it comes to our exteriors, when the sun moves, all that light is calculated in real time through the atmosphere. Our biggest goal for lighting with Starfield was to make the game feel more filmic, to use lighting and color to really make it feel more cinematic.
After some exploring, you can find a spot to set up a base camp. Outposts can be built almost anywhere on any planet. And the habitat modules come in all shapes and sizes, filling all different purposes. You can even live in them. Assign crew and companions to work at your outposts for added bonuses and set up extractors to harvest resources while you're away.
Something cool we have this time is we have a new fly cam where you can toggle between on-foot building, or you can now use a top-down isometric camera, which helps plan out larger parts of the outpost and placing those larger halves. So that way you can really plan your structures and what the overall feel of your outpost is. And then when you're on your feet, you can really decorate and fine-tune things much easier.
Add crafting and research stations in your outpost to utilize any resources you find or already have.
Mod your weapons to adapt them to your playstyle. Different weapon sights and scopes, larger magazines, a selection of grips and barrels, different ammunition like explosive rounds. All you stealth players out there will surely need a suppressor. You can also choose to go hands-on with melee weapons.
I think it's always a delicate balance between like what's realistic, what's sim, and what's Hollywood. And I think we sort of err on the side of like what's fun for the player.
With Starfield, we've completely overhauled our combat. It's more dynamic, the animations are more fluid. It just feels great.
We probably have more mods and more weapons in this game than I want to say any other game we've done before. There's a lot of variety.
Upgraded gear is just one of the many factors to pay attention to when engaging in combat. You may need to switch things up based on your environment. Gravity is different for each planet, and boost packs are excellent for getting around. And for giving you an edge in combat. Sometimes you'll even feel like you're flying. Zero-gravity environments pose a different challenge. Firing a ballistic weapon in zero-G will actually push you backwards. Energy weapons, on the other hand, offer a more stable shooting experience.
We also have mag weapons. These are high-powered electromagnetic induction ballistic arrays. Each barrel has its own targeting laser and can dish out some serious damage. Whether you want to get up close and personal with your own two fists, or you like more compact weapons like pistols and submachine guns, or maybe you prefer something bigger. Starfield's got you covered.
Thanks again for being with us today. We are just so grateful that you've taken the time and spent it here. I know there was probably a lot to take in. There's a lot to the game, even more than we could show here. You know, as we play it, we're always sharing these unique and special moments that only a game like this can bring.
그래요.
When I think about what makes it special, it really is the people here.
특별하죠. 그러나 한글화가 안 된다는 점은 좀 아쉽네요. 자, 스타필드를 봤습니다. 때까지 너무 재밌는 게임이고 너무 좋은 게임인데 문제라기 뭐하지만 그래도 문제는 이 게임은 저거 게임이란 점, 공식 한글화가 지원이 안 된다는 게 참으로 아쉬운 게임이네요. 자, 그럼 2부 게임은 스타필드를 봤으니 베데스다 게임의 스카이림을 접속해 보도록 하겠습니다. 한 1시간 정도 진행할 예정이고요. 내일 일정이 있어서 1시간 정도만 하고 방송하도록 하겠습니다. 잠깐만 기다려 주세요. 오신 분들 환영합니다. 중독입니다. 네, 이제부터 스카이림 방송 시작할 거고요. 스카이림은 이제 곧 켜질 겁니다. 지금 켜진 중이고요. 베데스다 스타필드를 봤으니 스카이림을 잠깐 해줘야죠. 자, 일단 우주를 구하기 전에 저희는 스트리머를 먼저 구해야겠네요. 아이루이는 쳐보셔야죠. 아, 진짜 H2 인터랙티브 믿어야 되나? H2 인터랙티브라면은 자기네들이 돈 들여서 한국을 해줄 가능성이 높은 회사긴 한데 모르겠네요. 그러면은 H2 인터랙티브 사죠. 유저 한글화가 될 가능성이 좀 더 높아 보이네요. 원래 베데스다 게임처럼. 네, 오줌도 환영합니다. 지금 게임이 켜진 중입니다. 잠깐만 기다려주세요. 자, 게임 시작해 보십시다. 깜짝이야. 소리 너무 컸어. 자, 스카이림으로 갑시다. 저희는 맞아. 비키니 저 퀘스트 진행하다가 끝났네요. 고대 유적지로 갑시다. 잠깐 로딩 좀 스크립트 로딩 좀 돌리고 다음에 진행하도록 하죠. 분명히 생맵하고 연동이 된다고 했었는데 딱 오케이 갑시다. 예, 잠깐만요. 왜 들어오자마자 나치가 있냐? 들어가자마자 나치가 있어. 깜짝 놀랐네요. 나 지금 못 뛰고 있니? 여기 낭만편 치고. 자, 깜짝이야. 다 죽였니? 야 여기 지뢰밭이다 야 완전히.
어둡다. 본. 불 좀 켜봐. 동그라니라 덥네. 다 붙고 싶다.
이미 명령은? 자, 기밀 명령 한번 읽어보죠. 프로딜의 정보에 의하면 비키니 가문이 정식 후계자 스카이림을 향했다는데 정확한 추정은 알 수 없지만 최근에 입수한 정보에 의하면 호이 오크레드 화이트라는 영지의 윈드엘름을 가는 방향을 향하고 있다는 정보를 알 수 있다. 녀석의 바이저를 쫓아 비키니가 어이 파헤쳐라. 이 또한 우리 탈모의 정세에 유리한 방향으로 이끌 수 있을 소중 도구는 틀림없다. 절대 실망시키지 말아라 라고 되어 있네요. 자, 옷들이 참 대박구만. 자, 원래대로 이제 양옆까지 뻗고 50미터? 이런 것도 언제 주셨대 내가? 톱니 애들 로딩 완료. 사이코 스토리죠. 백부장이 이렇게 나온다고? 이야, 회복에서다. 노트의 내부 오토마토 병사 만시 설계도다. 보아하니 여자에만 해당되는 정비인 듯하다. 덥다야 지금 너가 계속 탐험해 봅시다.
もう引き返せない。 진짜 씨. 진짜 딴 건 모르겠고 여기는 너무 위험하다. 너무 위험해서 안 되겠다. 어디 갔네 누나. 나 여기 떨어져서 혼자 싸우고 있냐? 애들 다 어디 가고? 그러니까 어우 정신없어. 어우 정신없어. 씨.
I'm getting out of here.
말이 빨랑빨랑 안 되는 것 같은데. 아, 렉 걸렸다. 확실하게 렉 걸렸네 이거. 저장하고 갈걸. 어디 이상하다 했다 지금. 부활 눌러. 이게 지금 계속 부활에 지금 렉이 걸려 있는지 부활이 제대로 안 돼서 좀 그렇긴 했는데 동일하네. 자 갑시다. 다시 다시 한번 저거 해봅시다. 자
Need something? You want something from me? All right then.
I've got you back. Let's get going then.
바로 터지네. 아 진짜.
어둡다. 본, 불 지펴봐.
흑병장 여기 있잖아. 어허라 그냥 죽네. 자 부활 땡기고 원래 이렇게 부활이 돼야 되거든요.
본, 고생했네. 하지만 더 고생해야지.
김어치.
아 여기 너무 위험해.
동그라미라 덮는 덮고 싶다.
괜찮아.
자, 다시 플레이 보여드리겠습니다. 예, 조금 위험해서 이 동네가. 잠깐만.
Be careful.
한 마리 더 있어야 되는데? 어디 있죠, 한 마리? 비밀 어쩌고저쩌고 들고 있는 하나 있어야 되는데? 없어졌다. 자, 나가보도록 하죠. 자, 일단 아까 여기서 문제 생겼으니까 저장 한번 때리고 계속 가도록 하죠. 아, 비키니 방하고 퀘스트다 보니까 바보 공장님의 적에 취향이 잔뜩 들어가 있네요. 여기는 죽으면서 일로 이동을 하는구나. 괜찮아, 돈의 힘을 보여주겠어. 이제 모두 정상적 도안는데 확인했어.
이제 올라간다. 어린이. 죽여. 많이 남았네.
Hey, watch what you're doing.
산적 새끼들. 죽여. 아빠 죽였는데. 다 쓸었지. 가자. 밤이의 시간이다. 자, 밤이의 시간이다. 가자.
있는 게 뭐니?
원래 이렇게 오는 게 맞는 거였구나. 자, 저 위부터 싹 털어가지고 내려옵시다. 자, 싹 털어가지고 내려옵시다. 자,
もう今日は最高
You've done well. Congratulations.
이미지야. 잘 먹을 새끼들 진짜. 아, 이쪽 가면 그냥
なんだか嫌な曇り空ね
일로 내려와
帰るま
버리는구나.
で降らないでくれるかな
시스템이 조금 불편하긴 한데 그래도 괜찮아.
날씨 개구리네. 기분 잡쳤어.
야, 공수 개좁다. 자, 파밍의 시간이다 이제. 글래스 화살.
Yes? All right then. Speak quickly.
너 어떻게 달아남았냐? 돈 많구나. 여기 좋네. 자, 자, 그럼 돌아갑시다.
楽しいと一日が早いな。今日はなんだかいいことがありそう。
일단은 저장 먼저 때리고, 일단 저장 먼저 때려야 됩니다. 따라따라따라따.
今日は何ができるのかな。
자, 달바타로 돌아갑시다. 나이스맨 또 여기서 이동했나?
It's really great we're friends. I was hoping to find some way to thank you. I hope this does the trick.
오, 좋은 거 주네. 땡큐. 오. 아, 셋이구나. 자고 있겠군. 땅땅 소리 들려서 자고 있겠군 아마.
Why you...
저 어제 내가 되면 바로 알려주겠네. 일단은 비밀 저거 한번 읽고 비밀 지령. 다음에 에러 어쩌고저쩌고 했을 때 자, 다 읽었고요. 틀은 자연단이 갑시다.
遊び疲れちゃった
일단 8시간 좀 자고 다시 한번 말을 걸어봅시다.
이상하게 꼬였네. It's really great we're friends. I was hoping to find some way to thank you. I hope this does the trick.
자, 이틀 뒤 아직 안 돌아갔나 보네.
もうこんな時間もっと遊んでいたいな
24시간 돌려보자. 던전 하나만 클리어하면은 거의 3-40분 훅 가버리니까 진짜 오래 게임 할 수가 없네.
I'm glad to have met you.
You always brighten my day a little. Here, I hope you like this.
집 청소 좀 해.
いいのかなこれで
이상하게 꼬였네.
And what might you need?
자, 비키니. 아직 만 시간이 안 지났나 보네. 아직도. 자, 물 마시고 24시간 때려 봅시다.
やってみせますいいのかなこれで 明日までか寝るのがもったいないな
자, 23시간 다시 쉬고. 완료.
이상하게 꼬였네. It's really great we're friends. I was hoping to find some way to thank you. I hope this does the trick.
여기저기 선물 많이 주네 애들이 이제. 한번 때리고.
하늘의 평온 좀 써볼래? 추워 죽겠네.
되겠다, 알겠어. 하늘의 평온 써줄게. 여기구나. 아직 나왔구나.
We're one of the same kind, you and I. I'm glad to have met you.
일어나라 좀. 아직 나쁜 소리 뭔지 알려줄 것 같네. 다른 게 아니라 아내에게 최고 500골드 공. 예정자 있어. 죄송합니다. 살려주세요.
집 청소 좀 해.
자, 오호. 그리고 자네를 위해 여러 가지 선물 준비했다네. 자, 나이스면 집도 좋네요.
What do you think you're doing?
물건 파시오. 어메이징 카타나. 카라다오? 카라야. 아하, 돈 좀 아꼈다 하네. 자,
Good day. What do... Huh?
자, 데이드라의 심장이다. 데이드라의 심장 있나 지금 나? 잠시만요. 데이드라의 심장 한번 찾아봐야겠다. 잠시만요. 치트 한번 좀 써보겠습니다. 귀찮아가지고. 자, 부적 소리 났죠? 귀찮아가지고 빨랑 넘기려 합니다.
What are you doing that for?
자, 뭐가 됐는데? 자, 그러면 저 책 좀 읽어봅시다. 어메이징.
何かな
그리고
何かな
자,
Be careful.
데이드라의 심장을 넘겨줬고
暑いです うまくできるかな
자, 또 봅시다. 어허, 별로인 것 같은데. 임페리얼 비키니 셋. 예쁜 옷들이 슬슬 나오네요. 좋았어. 호라. 잔뜩 생겼네? 안 될 수 있는 게 되게 엄청 늘어났구나, 갑자기 확. 뭐가만 싸우면 되는데 여기서 시티 터지네. 이런 된장. 자, 오늘 방송 여기까지 진행하도록 하겠습니다. 11시 36분이라고 얘가 방송을 꺼주네요, 그냥. 자, 오늘 방송 여기까지 진행하겠습니다. 오늘 방송 오신 분들 감사드립니다. 오늘 방송 놀라우신 모든 분들도 감사드립니다. 자, 오늘 방송에 와주신 이제 트위치, 아프리카, 유튜브, 그리고 키에서 방송 봐주신 모든 분들도
감사드립니다. 그럼 저는 이만 물러나도록 하겠습니다. 네, 다시 내일 올 수 있으면은 돌아오도록 하겠습니다. 자, 그러면 오늘 방송 여기까지 진행하겠습니다. 좋은 밤 되세요.